Today, there are many new people I see again. It's so heartening to see new flowers coming up every day to become the fruits. It's so joy-giving to know that I'm here at the right time, when people are really seeking. They are really seeking to be transformed. They really believe that something has to happen to them. They are aware that there's something lacking in the whole human personality, in the human race, that we can not overcome the hurdles which look and appear absolutely absurd and illogical. So many problems we have individually, socially, politically, economically, appear very clearly. It is so evident to understand that the human fiber is lacking in something. That is the human beings who are responsible for this chaotic world, for all this modern confusion. For God has created a beautiful world, I assure you. It's really a very beautiful world. And He has created you also very beautifully. You all are very beautiful people, extremely beautiful. You cannot feel your beauty, then how can others feel your beauty? Because the light that shows your beauty is not there. You have fragrance, which is the fragrance of all the flowers put together. You are the essence of all the beauties of nature that is created. All the symphonies and all the music that you hear, all the art that you have created has come from you. That is your part, while you are the whole, you are the totality. But you do not feel your totality, that's the problem is. That human beings do not feel their totality. Out of you, all this has come. All this is your creation. But you cannot feel that if your hand has produced something, it's your hand. If your eyes have produced something, these are your eyes. That you are one, that in totality you will know the one who has created you. For example, supposing I do not have eyes, I may be able to see you partly. In the sense I can feel you, but I won't be able to see you fully. If I don't have nose, I won't be able to know how your fragrance is. In the same way, if you think of a human being as a part and parcel of the whole, then you can understand why the total experience is necessary. You have to feel that sitting down here you can know about somebody in Australia or maybe in Africa. We are very aware mentally. Anything goes wrong in the world, we all become alert and start thinking about it. For example, once the spacecraft was going to land, they were Americans. But Russians that time started worrying about Americans. All the communists forgot about their communism. The democracies forgot about their democracies. We all forgot what we are, so-called. We just became what we are, human beings. Everybody was worried to find that the spacecraft lands. Very carefully, they were watching it. They were about 4 or 5 people. Makes no difference to this world if the 4 or 5 die, does it? But it does make every heart beat faster. Something of the totality is getting lost. It's so important that time that something so precious was getting lost. This is the subtler understanding of totality we have faced sometimes. Sometimes it comes up. To say that we are all one, that we are brothers and sisters and one God has created us, is good to give a lecture like that. And many do that. It's just a big lecture. To feel that you are one, something has to happen. Your heart has to be opened out. Not rationally. Through your brain, if you think something, it will have its limitations, as rationality has its limitation. Your heart has to open up. And what resides in that heart, in the lotus of that heart, is your spirit, is your Atma. And the light of that Atma, the spirit, enlightens you, enlightens your beauty, and gives you collective consciousness. It gives you. It's an actualization. It's a happening that gives you actual personality which can perceive, can feel the collectivity that resides within us. As human beings, we are many cells. There are many cells within us. All the cells are somehow capable of feeling the totality of one personality. Supposing there's a pinprick on my finger, immediately the whole system goes into action and the hand is pulled out. The another hand reaches there, tries to stop the blood. The whole body feels unhappy and you say, or something like that. All the cells are in unison. Whether there is emergency or not. But today we are in the modern times. It's nice to be modern. These are the times promised. Long time back, in the ancient scriptures of India, even William Blake has prophesied about these times to come. That England is going to be the Jerusalem. And here we are at Caxton Hall, trying to build it up. Modern times are the times of great confusion. The confusion comes because there is no integration. For example, if my finger touches some point where it burns, it is pulled out by itself. All the cells know that it should be pulled out. But supposing if it is touching my finger and burning me and I am again pushing it down, that means there's a confusion. And this kind of confusion exists when there is no integration among cells. In the same way, in the human beings, there are different cells, and if they get disturbed and non-integrated or disintegrated, then the confusion starts. When your physical self, mental self, emotional self, and spiritual self are not integrated, then there is a confusion in a personality. The growth of human beings have been outside as well as inside. As you have been growing outside, there has to be growth inside. As the tree grows higher and higher, it has to seek the source of its sustenance. In the same way, the totality of human race, which has advanced outside too much, is seeking, the totality is seeking the source inside. You are the cells of that totality which is seeking inside, and not the ones which are seeking outside. That's why I say that you are the seekers of truth, because the source of all the sustenance is the truth, is the joy, the bliss, and the vital life force within us, which has given us all this power to produce outside, to create outside. That is why in these modern times only, there are so many seekers. There were never so many before, I can assure you, because I am quite an ancient personality. And it really gives me the greatest pleasure to know that somehow this outward growth has led to this kind of a mass seeking, and that there are so many people just ready to reach that point of source. As I said, God has made you very beautifully. Every one of you are real creations. It's a fact, which you'll discover later on. Just now, you don't have any light to see inside. There is no way you can take your attention inside. If I say you put your attention inside, you don't know what to do. And with this, many people have gone astray. There are people who have tried all kinds of things to believe that they are going inside deeper into themselves. But one has to know one thing, that whatever knowledge you have today has come to you from some unknown source. Because if it was known, it was not knowledge. Whatever is unknown has come to your knowledge. And whatever further has to come from something unknown. But the difference is that our awareness has come to us spontaneously. We have done nothing whatsoever to become human beings. I mean, just think, we were monkeys the other day. Imagine. And we were amoeba the other day, before. In 7 days we have become human beings. How have we become human beings? We don't know. Why we have become human beings? We do not know. But thank God, through science we know that we were not human beings 7 days back. Why have we become human beings? The scientists have stopped thinking about it. They have turned round. It's better to turn round your back. That's the best way to avoid the truth. Because you cannot find the truth, you cannot know about it, so best thing is to turn round and say, all right, now we are human beings, so we have reached the end, now let us go ahead with it. But that's not the way you can find the truth. You will find the truth the way you have found your awareness, spontaneously. It's a living process. People don't understand what is living process is. It's so simple. If I tell you that to make this flower into a fruit, I'll have to stand on my head, what will you think of me? You'll think I'm mad, isn't it? Won't you think that way, all of you? Or if you find somebody sitting in a posture which is very uncomfortable and saying that I'm going into a trip or becoming a superior personality, you may think, oh, he must be a great man. But just think of it. Do you think that monkeys did some sort of a trick or a technique to become human beings? They poor things do not know any techniques except for copying human beings. And what technique amoeba could have put in? I mean, just think of it. If you have to apply something to human beings, you have to apply it to all the animals too. What about the fishes? What technique they can do? They don't even have hands. Or only you are the people who have to do something special to become something higher. It's spontaneous. The only problem is that human beings are very difficult for spontaneity. I am sometimes surprised when I have now studied them. How is it that they eat like this? They could have eaten like this, you see. Because to do something straight is difficult for human beings. Anything straightforward, they think, oh, how can that be so simple? It's silly to eat like this. It's absolutely silly. How can you eat like this? You have to put your hand round like that and eat it like that. That's how we are not spontaneous. All that simplicity is not with us anymore. We are sophisticated, you see. I wouldn't be surprised, you see, next time. We might find people devising some technique of eating food, which is a simple thing. And if you see that everybody's life has become nothing but a bundle of techniques, it's such a problematic. Unnecessarily, we are so confused, so upset, and so worried. The tension is mounting up. We are planning something and none of the plans come through. Now see, in our country, we have had 5-year plans, 3 of them. The result is everything has gone to waste. In this country, I need not say. We plan out something and end up with a war or end up with some sort of a violence. The trouble with us, we cannot become simple people. We think to be simple is to be silly. But simple people have a sharp intelligence, extremely subtle intelligence, and they reach the point much faster than a complicated one. Naturally, because he goes straight while the others go round, 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 round. And that's why when I tell people that Sahaja Yoga is a spontaneous living process, they think it is silly. Why to do that? You cannot do it. I'm sorry. It's your right. You just have it. You don't even have to ask permission for it. Even if you go to somebody's house, you have to ask permission. Should I telephone? You cannot think of such a right that you don't have to ask any permission. It's your own. It's your own property. So much own that you cannot have such a property in the world, in the human language. You see, even if you have your freehold house, you have to ask for permission for changing the shape of one brick. No permission is needed. It's your own right. It's your birthright. But still, whatever I may say, you won't understand how much it is your own, because there's nothing that is that own. It's not comparable. It is that innate, something that is beyond human comprehension. Now, there's no map here. We have within us a being which I call the spirit. The spirit which is also the part and parcel of the totality that is love, totality that is God, totality that is joy. It is not watching like a guard or a police inspector. That also we human beings cannot understand. If I say the spirit is watching, people get a fright. Oh God. The spirit is the one that is love. Can you understand total love? Can you understand something that just gives and enjoys giving and not asking for anything? Can you understand someone like that? Can you? Loving for love's sake. That's what is your spirit. It is watching you with that love, that total that totality of love is watching you to give you that what it is. Now here I would say you are the spirit and you are this self, another one, which is this awareness, this human awareness which you have got. This human awareness has to be enlightened by that totality, that spirit. When it enlightens that, then only you know that you are a part and parcel of the totality and that you are beautiful. You are really beautiful. Sometimes one feels a little bashful to know how beautiful one is. And so fragrant, and so grand, and so dignified. That new dimension one has to achieve. For that, God has placed within you the power, which is the germinating power, which has to rise and to give you this realization. This is your Kundalini. About this in the Bible, there is reference of tree of life. To be nourished by the water of love. This is all prophesied. That he will appear before us as tongues of flames. 2000 years back, Christ thought it was sufficient. People didn't allow him to speak much. They just saw to it that he would not explain himself. Very intelligent people. They could not understand the simplicity of Christ. He was the fundamental. He was the foundation. He was the support of this universe. And they crucified him. Wonderful. He was the Spirit. He came on this earth not to teach you what Moses taught you, because Moses had already taught you what was to be taught. He did not come to repeat the same thing, but to give you a higher idea. Why? Why Moses said that don't do this and don't do that? Why did he say? It should have a purpose. People don't understand even this much. Why you should not tell lies? Why? What's wrong? Why should you not steal? Why should you not commit adultery? What's wrong? What goes wrong in it? Supposing there were no human laws, there's nothing wrong in it. Do as you please. Why these laws were created? For what purpose? Because by observing these laws, you stay in the center. You don't go to extremes. You don't get lost. You don't get attacked by negativity, by people who are trying to exploit you and to torture you, who are against God, who are against your evolution. But then, after all, the ultimate is to get your realization, to become one with your spirit. That's what it was. All this show for what? For example, in a wedding, you arrange everything and everything is bought and the hall is arranged and is all decorated and everything. People are wearing very nice dresses. And there, the bride doesn't appear. So what? It's not a wedding. What is most important is that both of them should get married in the church where everybody is sitting down, or wherever it is decorated, in a temple. Instead of that, all the decoration, if that becomes important and not the wedding, then what's the use? I mean, that's exactly what we are doing about our religions, believe me. I live near one Catholic church, and I have lived always near some temple or a church or a mosque, somehow, all my life. And I have seen them making preparations all the time. Today they are singing beautiful hymns there. They have been singing for the last 2 years. Nobody is bothered about their realization. Their parents must have sung. For generations they are doing the same thing. Very busy, organizing everything. Very busy, extremely busy. They have no time to talk to anyone. They are all preparing. But for what are you preparing, my children? What are you seeking? When are you going to see the bridegroom and the bride? That's what it is, that Christ came on this earth to give the second phase, to show the second phase of evolution is the resurrection. Is the resurrection of your being. What about that? Baptism. You are to be baptized. He came for that. And how many of us are really seeking a real, actual baptism? Again I say you don't have to do anything about this seeking, you have to just ask for it, and it is going to happen. It's going to happen. It has happened to many, many people all over the world. In England also it has happened. Of course, ups and downs are there. But it happens. It should happen to all of you. That this Kundalini should rise, should pass through all the centers and pierce through your fontanelle bone area. And you must get your realization. All other nonsensical things that people tell you, all other things that people tell you, you may go there if you like. I have no objection. There are people in this country who are doing horrible things like spiritualism. It's very bad. It's the most dangerous thing. It comes in the form of, the people are honest, so they call it spiritualism. Some of them are dishonest, they call it something else. But people from my country can be very cunning, and they call it guru business. Business, it is an enterprise, regular enterprise. If you want to be befooled, I have nothing to say. You go ahead. If you have so much money, go and pay for their Rolls Royces. It's all right. If you are interested in yourself, and if you are really interested in knowing your spirit and manifesting its power of collective consciousness, your own power and not the power of the Guru, then please stick on to Sahaja Yoga. It's a very subtle happening. It works out. But also one has to know that after realization, you have to have self-esteem. You have to respect yourself and you have to work it out. Otherwise, it just disappears. It's a very heartening thing. First, when I came to London, I had 4 people, then 6 people for 4 years. Can you believe it? I was struggling with them. Because in Sahaja Yoga, now you must have understood, you cannot just pay some money and become the member. There's no membership. How can you have membership for this? Can you imagine? Even the fishes could not have a membership when they wanted to cross over. You cannot become members. You cannot be branded anything. You have to get realization by which you start transforming. It's a thing that has to happen to you. It's not a thing that you can purchase in the market. I mean, it's insult. How can you pay for it? I mean, just think people are paying to the tree so that the flower becomes the fruit. It's that absurd. Can you believe it? It is really that absurd. But it satisfies some people's ego, I think, which is a stupid stuff, I must say. If the people were not that egoistical, they would never have crucified Christ. It's their ego which crucified them. Stupidity, that's what it was. The one who came for your emancipation was crucified by human beings. That's the stupidity of the ego. Or maybe some sort of a stupid, or you can say silly, belief that by giving one pea to the flower, it will become the fruit. That means you are naive. So either it is ego or spiritual naiveness, you can call it naivety, whatever you call, that people do all these things and accept them. You have to accept only the truth and nothing else. If it doesn't happen to you, all right. Nothing wrong with Sahaja Yoga. We'll work it out again. Maybe there's something wrong. You are not well. Maybe you are suffering. There's a problem. All right. Next time. And next time. And next time. It's going to work out that way. You must have patience with yourself. I have all the patience. Only thing that is needed is patience. No money, no effort, but patience and self-esteem. I think people who have got realization and have stuck on to it are the people who are really very intelligent. They could see it so clearly because logically they have reached that point and they see that this is it. And they come to it, they get it and maintain it. I think the simplest way to understand Sahaja Yoga is that it's your growth which is important to you, not what others are doing, what other people are like. For example, I've seen also some people come to Sahaja Yoga, get their realization and say, you see, there was one man, he was a Sahaja Yogi and he said such and such thing. What does it matter? What does it matter to you? What matters to you is your own development. I mean, in the West, you see, people have lots of ways because they are quite brainy people. Their brain is always thinking. So they will try to find out the way to escape. But in Sahaja Yoga, you do not escape, you stand and see for yourself the truth, the reality in the present. Don't escape it. Don't try to escape. That's the only thing. That's the only understanding you must have, that I'm not going to escape it. And not to be afraid or frightened of anything. It is going to work out for all of you. But do not try to escape it. There are so many ways and methods. I have seen it myself now for the last 7 years. I've been here. Can you believe it? And I've seen how people escaped. For example, a person may escape by saying, I had a very bad childhood and this was happening in my childhood. But that's not, I'm not concerned with it. You're all right. Then somebody might come and say, there was a lady who came to see me and she said, Mother, I'm a prostitute. All right. Doesn't matter. Come, let's try. There can be someone who might say that I'm not yet ready. That's one of the commonest. Very common. It's me who has to decide, not you. I will know that. Once you are realized, you will also know. That doesn't matter. As I said, to understand totality of love, total love, you have to know that these are all just specks. The oceans of oceans of love will wash off these specks in no time. But have faith in yourself, that's all. Have faith in yourself. After all, you are human beings. From amoebic stage you have come to this. There must be something special about you, something real about you. This is one type who tries to escape. Another is who tries to aggress. No use. You cannot aggress. Impossible. You cannot aggress me. Because I cannot take anything from you. If you shout at me, all right. So what? I'll give you love still. I'm that type. Something queer, isn't it? But I'm really like that. I do not take anything from you. Can you understand that? I do not take your aggression. I cannot take it. You aggress me, I absorb it. I have a shock absorber. But by that, you are delaying your own improvement. By the other method of escaping also you are delaying. Avoid these two things. It is you who has to gain, not me. I do not have to gain anything. I am here to give. I give because I enjoy that. I cannot contain within myself that the time has come for you to enter into the kingdom of God. You have to enter now. The time has come. As many as possible have to enter into the kingdom of God. That is your birthright. I have just come here to tell you that and to enlighten you in the sense like the lights which are not yet enlightened are to be enlightened by one light. And if I am the enlightened light, why should you feel bad about it? I wish you could come here and become that. I wish you could raise the Kundalini and do the job. I'll be very happy. I wish you could work this way. Oh, I would love to be your disciples. I have no disciples. These are all my children. The eldest one is now only 98 years old. So, one should not feel hurt. The pride should not be hurt. I'm doing all this to make you feel happy and that you should not be in any way aggressed. In any way you should feel that I'm trying to exploit you. Because that's the main problem people have, that I'm trying to exploit, but what are you going to give me? I would like to know. Why should I exploit you? Yesterday somebody asked me this question, that maybe if we become like a child, we might be exploited. I said the child can never be exploited. You cannot become like a child. If somebody is an innocent person, then the innocence is the most powerful thing. If Christ was crucified, people think because he was innocent, he got crucified. Do you know, he has got powers. In Sanskrit they are called as, his powers are called as Eka Dasharudra. 11 destructive powers. He is the most powerful destructive personality. But he has powers also to control it. Now that he is going to come back. Not that he is not going to come back, but this time he is not going to get crucified. He is coming back with all these powers. Then he is not going to talk to you or convince you, nothing of the kind, but he is going to work out the other way around. I have to give you counsel and tell you and make you understand that the time has come for you to get this. Sooner you get, the better. The sooner you establish it, the better. I'm sorry today we don't have the chart to explain to you about Kundalini, but these people have got some papers which you can read and understand. And later on, when you get realization, work it out and see for yourself. Do not come here for one day. There are some people who did not get tickets for the drama and have come. Such people are of no use. You have to be people of some quality, of some level. Otherwise, Sahaja Yoga does not work out. It just spins you out. You see, here the question is how many stick on. Not question of how many are coming. Very few people stick on because the quality is judged. Every moment the quality of people is judged. Every moment your quality is judged, not by me, but by yourself. The quality is judged not by me, but by you. You yourself will know that you have this problem. As soon as there is light within, you start seeing the problem yourself, and then you know that this is the problem. And you are not identified with it because you are separated from it, and you start curing yourself. I do not judge you at all. So this is going to happen, and when this happens, then know that you have to get transformed to that beautiful thing which is being promised by all the sages, all the scriptures, and all the great incarnations on this earth, by which you will know how every religion is integrated, every incarnation is integrated, and how these people are all related to each other and all are one family, those who are incarnations, while we are unnecessarily fighting among themselves, and how they are in unison and a complete concord among themselves, while we are just fighting that this is mine and this is mine. For this, first of all, your integration must take place. And that is a condition. If it does not take place, again we'll work it out. We cannot argue it out. We cannot do anything of that kind. It has to work out. One thing I would request. Yesterday we had a little problem with someone who came quite drunk. You see, it is the awareness which is going to be enlightened. If you are drunk, it's going to be difficult. If anybody who is drunk in this group, please be careful. You better go at the back if you are drunk. And I don't know if drunk people know that they are drunk or not. But the fellow was drunk, no doubt. And everybody told me that he's drunk and it was horribly bad. So I would request you, such a person who is drunk should go at the back and somebody else will work. They need little intensive understanding. So this is what it is. We are now going to start this program. There's no technique, nothing. Just your fingers are like antennae, and they have the ends which have got sympathetic nervous system expressed and manifested there. We have to just get them enlightened so that the invitation to Kundalini goes through your channels within yourself, which I cannot explain to you, but you might have seen in the paper, and that the Kundalini rises, and that you get your realization. The first thing that happens to you when the Kundalini rises about this center, this is the center of Christ. And He has done all the thinking for us. We unnecessarily are thinking. He's done everything for us. There's no need for us to suffer or to think. That part He has crossed. Now it is better that we have to enter into the kingdom of God. That's all we have to do. So when the Kundalini rises above this, you will feel thoughtlessly aware. That means you will be aware, but there won't be any thought. It's called as Nirvichar Samadhi. Samadhi. Samadhi means enlightened awareness. Nirvichar means thoughtless. And then it pierces through your fontanelle bone area. You start feeling a cool breeze coming towards you from me. But later on you find it's going from you. This should happen. This is the cool breeze of the Holy Ghost as described in the Bible. Of course, if there are Hindus, I don't know, they read these days. Normally they don't read any one of their ancient books. But if they have read anything about Shankaracharya, he has written Adi Shankaracharya. He has written volumes on this cool breeze, which he calls as Saundarya Lahari or Chaitanya Lahari, meaning the waves of beauty and the waves of Chaitanya is. What is it going in English? Chaitanya is the vital divine force. Chaitanya means awareness, and Chaitita is the person who is enlightened, and the one who emits these vibrations, cool vibrations, is the one who is a realized soul. We have many children in this country who are born realized. And I have met some human beings also who are born realized, but they are rather difficult people, I don't know why. Though they are born realized, they get possessed by their ego sometimes, and they are not that evolved as they should be, and they start behaving very queer, in a very queer manner, and their behavior can be sometimes so shocking that it's most surprising, and they mesmerize people, and they take to all these things to assert their influence on other people. It is a very surprising thing that those who did not get realization through Sahaja Yoga, who were born realized, have not been able to express themselves sometimes, and then they felt that they had a knowledge which was not complete about it, and they felt they were different, and they tried to assert on others their ways and methods by learning mesmerism and things like that. It's most surprising, but we have someone here already who is a realized soul, who is here, who was possessed, who came here, got cured, and she's all right now. So even if you are realized, you can be possessed. But in Sahaja Yoga, the advantage is after realization, you know all the techniques of the divine force which is flowing through you. That means when you have to have the energy, you have to put to the means. But once you get the energy in you, you should know how to maneuver it. Then you know how to protect yourself, you know how to improve yourself, how to cure others, how to give realization to others, how to awaken others, and everything you know. All the secrets, and the most techniques of the divine force are told to you. Of course, It is all learned gradually by you, and you cannot pay for it because you cannot value it. It's not human. It is divine. Thank you very much. Can you put your hands towards me like this? And you have to close your eyes. It is just the opposite of mesmerism in a way, because people who mesmerize, they just look into your eyes or some sort of a thing like that. I mean, it's very common, nonsensical. Please close your eyes. Just close your eyes. It's going to work out in no time today. You don't have to try anything. That's one thing. You don't have to try. Just leave your attention free, absolutely free. Do not try anything. If thoughts are coming, I'll tell you what is to be done. But just don't try anything. Normally, most of you will feel the thoughtless awareness. That's the easiest thing. But supposing if thoughts are coming, then you just say, I forgive all the people. Mother, I forgive all the people. That's all. That if you say, Christ is awakened within you. Can you imagine? Just say, I forgive. Mother, I forgive. Say it thrice. I mean, from your heart you must say. After all, there's nothing in forgiving. By not forgiving, you are just heavy laden with nonsensical things. Just say, I forgive, and you will be surprised how light you will feel. Do not pay attention to any particular point. Let it go. Let it go. Also not to feel guilty. Please do not feel guilty. That's an escape again. Not to feel guilty, as I've told you. What can you do? I mean, what wrong can you do? So just say, Mother, I'm not guilty. Please say that. That's very important. Say it twice. It will help you.